Hello everyone, I am PyroFalkon and this is Monster Rancher. In the last episode, Buttons did pretty okay. He got up to attempt the Big Four, but unfortunately, he couldn't close the deal on the Big Four. So we've come to an awkward position with him where we have to keep training him to try to get his numbers up, but I can't really get more money because now I've sort of overcommitted to the S class. And I don't know, that's... Hi. Oh, yeah, great, it's an invite. So, I did check into a little bit of... Oops, didn't realize he was tired that way. I did check into some raising techniques that we will start in with the next monster, whoever it shall be. But for Buttons, we're going to stick with the... we'll stick with what we've got at the moment. You know, I say that... I'm going to try something. I did see one person, one raising technique, do the small... Like, 1 week you do a small training, in this case it'll be cart, and then the next week you do a big training, in this case it'll be build, since that'll help his life as well. And then we rest him. So rather than doing 3 smalls and a rest, we do a small, a big, and a rest. And that might get us a little further, because his speed doesn't matter. We don't need to worry about Button's speed. His speed is completely irrelevant, so we're just going to move on. So unfortunately, this is going to be a training episode. For those of you who watch my videos like a podcast, this will be in your favor, because nothing is going to be happening visually. So hopefully you'll be alright with just hearing me in the background for a bit. So over the past week or so, I finally did finish Outer Worlds, and when I say finish, I mean I got to the credits. Well, twice. And I don't 100% games or anything like that, so I didn't finish it. And after beating the game on the normal difficulty level, I had no interest in going back to play it in a harder difficulty level. I think it opens what's called Supernova difficulty, which is harder than hard, but I don't care. I just don't care. And I'm not going to go back and play them. So, but it got better. I mentioned that I had really struggled with the game on the first world, and I received a comment from one of you that said that once you get off the first world, it's not so bad. I agree. I thought I had more time with you, Buttons. Shit. Because I don't want to waste... I don't want to risk him like I have risked the others, so... We just did cross a power threshold. Alright. Guess I have no choice. I've got to do it. Damn it! I think that was her first warning message, so we may have had a little bit more time, but never mind. Well, I guess there are going to be more interesting things happening on camera then. So, yeah, great. Damn it, I don't have a name ready, I don't have anything ready. Alright. So, Buttons is going to finish at 61-9. I think that might make him the winningest monster we had, especially with 59k cash mons. Alright, I guess I'll talk more about the Outer Worlds in a second. Buttons. 4 years and 8 months isn't bad, though. We did pretty okay. Alright, I want to do a quick little preview here. No, screw off. I want to see the chances I have depending on which way I go here. So if I do Darth Naga, and buttons. We get a Gaia, a wing worm, a trident, or a marble. Those are very high chances of getting a Naga over anything else. A so-so combination. Want to proceed now. So this time let's do Rudian buttons, which I'm sorry for making that combination. Okay, so I would probably be guaranteed another doodle. So that's not really helpful. The problem is that the raising technique that I found talks about trying to get a monster up to the B class just to be a moneymaker and to never put them on training. And I'm wondering if that's the technique I need to go with, because if it is, then our next monster shouldn't be exceptionally good. Hold on, let me think about this for a minute. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I still haven't raised a dino yet, so we're going ahead and grab one, and Ledge, friend and fan of the channel, has suggested I name him Wiggles Tail, or maybe just Wiggles, because I have talked about Bum Wiggles repeatedly. So the purpose of Bum Wiggles here, or Wiggles Tail... You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and make an executive decision. I'm gonna call him Bum Wiggles. The whole thing with Bum Wiggles here is that he is going to be our moneymaker for a little while. We're going to get him up to either the B class or the A class, but no further. And once he's there... Not Bulma. What is this, Cowboy Bebop? Wait, is Bulma Cowboy Bebop? I'm going to feel like an idiot if Bulma wasn't Cowboy Bebop. Anyway, this is Bum Wiggles. So, thank you, Ledge. We're going to get him to either the A or the B, and we're never going to spend money on him. Probably. We may have to do a little bit of cash in order to get him on training courses so he gains the... Oh, geez. I'm getting texted from the tax office. We're going to try to get him promoted to the B and the A to get us money. And hopefully once we get up to 50k, we'll be able to start working with other monsters to do things. So I have a plan. Especially since he's pretty easy to raise. Let's do power, accuracy, and speed? I don't know. Let's just work with power at first. So Bum Wiggles isn't... He never skips leg day. Bum Wiggles is just going to be our moneymaker for a little while, and then we'll deal with the rest of it. Yeah, that's what we're gonna have to do. I would rather have a Generation 1 be our... bad Bum Wiggles, dropping all those carrots and melons and pumpkins. We need a monster who's going to be a throwaway, essentially. So that's why I'm just gonna stick with this for a little while. And hopefully that'll work out for us. We'll see. Alright, so I'm playing the Outer Worlds. And it did pick up. It didn't... I wasn't overly impressed with the details of the writing, but that's, I think, my age showing. Because there's only so many ways you can tell a story, and the devil is in the details. Even my book is arguably derivative, and it's a fantasy book, and so there are certain tropes that you know is going to happen. Tropes are not bad, but that usually means you need an exceptional hook to really sell the uniqueness of your specific product. And The Outer Worlds was executed fantastically. It was technically one of the best games I've played, but something about the writing didn't really grab me. There wasn't anyone who was exceptionally, really, really unique and interesting other than Parvati, which is one of the support characters. She was freaking fantastic. She was written well. Her voice actor knocked it out of the park. And I guess the other thing, like, all the voice actors were great. Start to finish, all the voice actors were really, really solid. So it wasn't the performance, it was just something about it just didn't click with me, and I'm not sure why. It's not a bad game, certainly. I would give it a solid 7 or 8, but that's about where I would leave it, unfortunately. Or whatever. And again, just opinions, man. If you played The Outer Worlds and think it's the greatest game of all time, that's cool. I don't know. It just didn't do anything for me. But there were a couple unique factors. For example, when I created my character, as I do with many of those Obsidian games, I intentionally made my character an idiot. And the reason I do that is because in Fallout 2, especially, if you were a complete idiot, it closed you off from a whole bunch of different quests, but it also allowed you to bypass other quests, and it let you get unique opportunities to do quests in different ways. Plus, you'd get a lot of unique dialogue. So ever since then, whenever I'm playing any game that allows me to futz with my character's intelligence, I tend to go as dumb as opposed, because it's usually funny. In Fallout 3, it wasn't that great. Fallout New Vegas, it was pretty good. Fallout 4, you couldn't do that, and in fact, Bethesda sort of railroaded you into being a normal person, which is fine, I guess, but it's really hard to roleplay. So in The Outer Worlds, I set my character's intelligence to below average, and that opens up very special dialogue options, and I decided to play full roleplay where I would force myself to always choose the dumb dialogue option. It even said the word dumb next to it. The dumb dialogue option in any situation, regardless of what would result, just for funsies. And as a result, I wound up with one secret ending that I got an achievement for, and then the final ending was really silly. So I'm gonna mention what that is. So I'm going to put the word spoiler across the middle of the screen. See it? It should be there right now. And I'm going to leave it there until I'm done talking about the storyline. So for the love of God, mute the video until you see the spoiler off the screen, okay? We all good? Alright. So in my ending, I wound up siding with what's called the Board, which is the corporation, I guess. And at the very end of it, there's a character who asks the player character, why did you do this? What made you want to save the world or whatever? And the dumb option you can respond with is a shrug. And I don't know, I just want to have a bowl of cereal, essentially. And your ending slide for your personal character, if you do that, is that character you are talking to is giving you a box of grape cereal and you get nothing else. It's fucking hilarious. Okay, the spoiler warning is gone now. But yeah, so it's just one of those things where as it is with the with the channel, if it makes Pyro laugh, he'll probably do it. So I did it, and it was pretty funny. I don't regret that particular choice. But the rest of the game is kind of, whatever. The game also didn't have romance options, which is, I don't know. I didn't think that was make or break for me. It shouldn't be. It should certainly not be a deal breaker. But, I don't know. I kind of missed it. I think I'm spoiled by Mass Effect. So, without romance options, I had no hook with my character aside from that self-imposed limitation of always choosing the dumb option. So now that it's over, it's fine. I think the Akamura is going to like it when she finally gets to play it. Combat was solid. Really, really good. I loved the combination between, like, severe slowdown without pausing the game. So it was kind of like a happy medium between still needing to line up your shot, but also having that slowdown assist, like VATS in the more modern Fallouts, just to kind of help you out in the tough spots. So it was pretty good. So now, right now, there's the spring-summer sale going on, and did I just say spring-summer sale? The spring PSN sale is going on, and so we bought Greedfall, which I have been looking forward to as well. So, hi, training fees reduced. I don't think you're old enough, Bumwiggles. Yeah, you're only 6 months old. I don't think that would turn out very well for you. Let's keep working on your power. So I'm looking forward to Greedfall as well. That one I've heard worse reviews for. I've heard that Greedfall is not as fun, and that especially once you get 20 or 30 hours in, it gets really obnoxious. I don't know. We'll see. I'm definitely not doing it for the channel, but it's something I'm going to work on or start once we're done here with this recording session. And maybe if Monster Rancher is an asshole and still is going to have me play another 6 episodes, I'll be able to report my experience with Greedfall as well. So that one I was looking more forward to. It really caught my eye when I saw the trailers, because you don't see too many RPGs, or games in general for that matter, that take place around the Industrial Revolution. I find that a very fascinating time period, which is why my book, called One Step Toward Divinity, which is on sale now at Amazon, Audible, and Kindle, one of my characters' worlds takes place during the Industrial Revolution. For that reason, it's just different, because there's plenty of fantasy, there's plenty of far-flung future sci-fi. We're getting to a point in the generation where there's some stuff being, like TV shows being, taking place rather in the 50s, 60s, 70s. But the Industrial Revolution, like the very late 1800s to early 1900s, generally is more of a time for economic games. There was one that just came out, or in early access, called Plutocracy. Gray still plays a game of that, which is fun. I like that game too. So yeah, but you don't have much fiction taking place around that. I would say the only game I can think of that maybe took place around that type of time period was maybe Fable 3, and that's a push, because even if you could make the argument that that's when it took place, they didn't really play with what that meant. So I don't know, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the romance options and stuff like that there. Even though, usually when I play RPGs, I play as a girl. Romance options, I am a straight male, so I tend to either play a lesbian or play a straight guy. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet until I fire up the game. But, you know, I don't regret my time with Outer Worlds. I just don't... I'm not going to have any super strong memories from it, other than Parvati, who freaking stole the show. She is awesome, and I want to see more games of her. But I will say that The Outer Worlds was entertaining enough and grabbed my attention enough that when they set up a sequel hook, and I am curious about trying the sequel. If there is a sequel. Hopefully it sells well enough that there will be a sequel, because I hope the game, you know, I want every game to do well, so I just hope it does well, you know? Alright, Bumwiggle's loyalty is up to 80, so we're going to go ahead and enter a tournament, if nothing else, to sort of get a feel for his numbers and see where he's at, as he apparently takes on Lambar, and it looks like I'm going to run out of time before I get to finish this. Actually, I'm pretty much running out of time now, so I'm going to have to wrap this up. So I'll compare his numbers, and then we're going to call it into the episode. That is a Dragon Pixie. With tiny little wings. Oh man, that's super cute. Oh yeah, we should be able to rock this. Probably will need to start working on accuracy after this. Alright, so that's gonna do it for today. Thank you all very much for watching. I will see you again tomorrow for another episode.